DMT Deluxe, a Syrian Rue and 5-MeO DMT trip report from 1999, uploaded to Erowid on June 26, 2000. It was on Saturday afternoon at 12:30 that my friend measured up 3 grams of Syrian Rue, and we split the seeds between us. My friend advises chewing these very small, very disgusting tasting seeds for 5 minutes or so. Apparently, the saliva helps as an anti-vomiting agent. The taste is so bad that it will linger for a very long time, but brushing your teeth makes quick work of that problem. In order to gain full effect from the Rue, we waited a full hour before smoking the 5-MeO DMT, during which my friend meditated and I smoked a bowl of bud. Needless to say, my hour lasted longer than his. Feeling somewhat affected by the first substance, I was not feeling the weed at all, no burnout, nothing. We flipped a coin to see who'd go first. We had a feeling that the first toker would heat up the 5-MeO DMT in the bowl to the extent that the second toker would get more of a blast. A won the toss, and I toked first. I toked twice in about 20 to 25 seconds and laid down on the bed feeling immediately high. Blasted in fact, as if I was peaking on 8 grams of mushrooms, having dosed 35 seconds previous. My body was moving around mightily. I was a little anxious and said to my partner, who toked just 30 seconds before, "Give yourself to a higher power," was his response. I did nothing but listen to those words, and everything was just fine. After what I suppose was 5 minutes, I sat up. Still feeling the most high I had ever been, I noted the visuals. I didn't see any animal or bookcase trying to communicate with me. I simply noticed traces and waves. Another 3 minutes and they were gone. Upon standing up, 10 minutes after smoking, I was still awfully high, but without the intensity. Similar perhaps to ecstasy, but also constantly changing. 2 minutes later, for example, I felt as though I was floating, as though on poppers or rush. Giggly and talkative, I communicated with my friend who said, "You didn't become consciousness, did you?" He obviously got more 5-MeO DMT smoked in his window. He suggested that I smoke more, explaining that the Rue will allow one to process and enjoy the effects of 5-MeO DMT after much shorter a time. I looked at my watch. 2:05. It didn't seem to make any sense, so I laughed. It seemed like 2 hours since I first toked. Coming down ever so slowly and beautifully, I toked again at 2:10. Only one toke this time, laid down. I didn't feel near the intensity as was present the first time, but visuals were similar. After half a minute or so, I recall feeling very still, having a very strong sense of the bed beneath me. Once I noticed that, I lost sensation of myself. Not judging it or being scared, I felt this amazing sensation outside myself. It was crawling down the side of my face, apparently from my mouth. I thought that maybe me being completely motionless, drooling, and complete was a sign of an overdose. Without any real effort, I let go of that thought, sat up, still blown away, just beaming in my beingness. I looked at my arms on the bed, and I saw them as completely separate from me. My legs, same deal. I realized then what A was talking about. I was experiencing pure consciousness. In fact, I was experience. This state lasted about half an hour, at which time we both went for a walk.